Hi YouTube, and this is Jaye997, and I'm back this time with my review of the G.I. Joe Retaliation Lady Jaye figure. Now, get a good look at her in the packaging. Was very excited to see when I found her that there was no stupid action gimmick, there was no zip line, there was no launcher, there was no missile. The only accessory they had, which is my personal favorite, was extra guns. And going one step beyond that, what the Retaliation line has been doing is giving us this really gimmicky, bright orange for guns or solid black. It appears that all of Lady Jaye's guns are really nicely painted, 3 to 4 different kinds, shades of paint. So really looking forward to getting her out of the packaging and seeing, all the stuff she's got. I see rifles, a machete, a bazooka, her custom little spear weapon, trademark. On the back of the packaging here it says, Covert Ops Weapons Included. And it says, Lady Jaye is a covert ops specialist and weapons expert on the G.I. Joe team. Using her elite intelligence skills, she helps uncover an evil Cobra plot. She disguises herself in a daring mission to infiltrate the lair of the enemy and to prove the terrifying truth. So, very nice. Over here, of course, Dark Ninja, Joe Colton, Cyber Ninja, Alley Viper. So, very glad to have this figure. Let's open her up. And here we have Lady Jaye out of packaging. Now, of course, got her holding her trademark spear weapon and one of her rifles. And she also came with this gun, which, no real paint detailing on that. It's all the same, generic brownish gray. Her missile launcher backpack, which it's actually got a little elastic band keeping the missiles on it. If you've never seen this accessory before, you can take it, pop the missiles out, break the missile launcher down, and cram one in there. Really nice little touch, but not for me personally. A little bit disappointed the missile launcher didn't get any detail, or the missiles. Back when the first Steel Brigade figure came out, those both were very nice little accessories in the pack. Of course, this rifle, which really showcases all the great detail that went into parts of her gun. There's easily 4 or 5 different kinds of paint on this gun, and it really makes it pop, really makes it look realistic. Just a fantastic looking weapon. Even if I don't end up using it with her, I'll definitely give it to another figure in my display. And zooming back out, she came with 2 of these little knives. Shame there's no sheath on her that I can see. A machete. And she also came with this backpack. Kind of looks more of a parachute deal. Don't know if this has come with a figure before. It was kind of a pain to get it on her. You had to completely bend her arms back, and I was a little bit worried of them popping out. But then, once you get it on, it's really snug. So that's good. Popping her weapons out so you can get a closer look at them. Once again, very nice shading on the guns. Very nice paint detail, excuse me. And even her spear weapon, which I believe is just a issue from the standard 25th anniversary one. She doesn't use anything like this in the movie that I saw. Definitely a nice looking weapon. And the paint, touches make it look a lot more real world. Now, Lady Jaye herself, I may be wrong, but it looks like a lot of her limbs, at the very least, are reusing Renegade's Scarlet body. And when I first reviewed that figure, I felt like they looked a little out of place. They looked way too skinny to be a normal person's arms and legs. Here, I don't know, in certain poses I feel like it's that way with the arms. I'm like, okay, those are way too skinny. But, when she's got her weapons and she's all geared up, I don't think there's an issue at all. Now zooming in. They did a great job on her face. Of course, the rest of her outfit, she's got a very nice kind of current military camo going. Let's do a turn around here. Really nice detailing on the backpack as well. To get the black on those strings and, just for them to be so small was very nice on Hasbro's part. So, Lady Jaye's a great looking figure. Once again, as I say in all these reviews, this is just an extra base I grabbed from a spare parts bin. One of the big, downfalls of this line is that none of the figures have any bases. So, as far as her articulation, I just popped her head off. That's a little bit my fault and a little bit part of the backpack. When her head's on, you can't really make her look straight back unless you position her hair just right. Her head will do a full 360. Watch the backpack, her arms. With these little skinny joints, they do a surprising range of motion. They go all the way up, do a full 360, bend and spin at the elbow, spin at the wrist. No hinge at the wrist though. Popped her head off again. Should pop that back on sideways. Decent ab crunch, tiny bit hindered by her shirt. Not by too terrible much, though. Left and right at the torso. Legs go forward, back to about here. Are double jointed at the knee. Very nice. Of course, very nice ankle joint. And, yep, ankle pivot. So this isn't one of the Retaliation figures that suffers from lessened articulation. So, Lady Jaye, I'm a little bit late, as I am with a lot of these reviews. I had some personal issues that come up that really stopped me from doing my Retaliation reviews on time. When the toys relaunched, she wasn't all that hard to find. Now, you know, it's kind of hit and miss. Some people can find her, some people can't. The wave that killed the line, Wave 4, which we still have to wait for Wave 3 if any of us can find it. It has a Lady Jaye in it, and most of the cases re-release, but one of them is listed as New York Comic Con Lady Jaye. So I'm not real sure if that's going to be just this figure again, or if it's going to be a different version. This figure isn't a lot online. You're not paying too much over retail, if any at all. If you skipped her, you definitely need to have her in your collection. You know, another strong female to add to your G.I. Joe cast. Her weapons are great. There's no stupid gimmick. Her camo's realistic. It's a very nice merging of, you know, like the spear weapon, a very nice merging of the classic G.I. Joe and the real-world military aspects of it. I'm definitely loving her. One of the best ones to come out of the Retaliation line. And that being said, this is Jaye 997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.